differentiated from any other kind of animal outside in the biodiversity, ladies and gentlemen, which I will be talking about later. But firstly, let's take a look at the context of this debate. In status quo, in liberal democracies, or even in the Amazon, ladies and gentlemen, or in any work, in any society, ladies and gentlemen, these particular people who are found to have poached these particular endangered species are only limited to fines. There are no criminal liability, and three, the extent of the punishment that they get is only the criticisms of scientists, ladies and gentlemen, and ecological advocates, ladies and gentlemen, and sue them, and the punishment is only limited to fines and paying things like, and all those things like that, ladies and gentlemen. We think this particular kind of punishment is not enough, because this is the reason why there are still people who go under the black market and fund these particular poachers to go out into the Amazon and fund them, ladies and gentlemen, because they know that these particular poachers do not really have their lives won't really be at stake if they do these particular things. So these particular poachers who accept the funds out of these people who want to pet endangered species or want to eat endangered species are more motivated enough to go out into the Amazon and kill these particular endangered species because there are no repercussions in the future. We think this is not enough. This particular debate is not about whether or not we will totally eradicate all the poaching in the world, but we need to understand the marginal benefits here and why it is government's responsibility to protect these endangered species and why they have the right to do so. But thirdly, what is our policy? Our policy is simple. We're still going to undergo trial and due process whether or not you did this particular thing or whether or not you poached these particular animals. Secondly, the entire criminal liability that murderers get, e.g. lifetime imprisonment or death penalty according to what state you are from, will be imposed upon you. But thirdly, this is the most important. Those who buy and are found to have pets of these particular endangered species will also have the same predicament, ladies and gentlemen, and will be entitled of criminal liability. Because more often than not, these people who fund these particular poachers or who buy these particular pets are also complicit in these kinds of things. But I'm going to be talking about two things. Number one, how endangered species are the product of an unnatural, unjust food chain. Secondly, I'm going to talk about how endangered species is equivalent to any kind of human life and why that is very important. Go, Ray.
I forgot to characterize what exactly is poaching and why is it so special that we have to...
Yes, I will talk about that later. So first, let's talk about how endangered species are the product of an unnatural, unjust food chain. First, I want to deconstruct. Why do we hate murder, ladies and gentlemen? Because people are left optionless against the will of other individuals. People are left without a chance to live life the way they want and eventually die the way that they want, ladies and gentlemen. If you take a look at it, endangered species are the result of the same kind of injustice, ladies and gentlemen, that these poachers do to them, ladies and gentlemen. Because it's the exact same optionless and helplessness that you are giving these particular endangered species, ladies and gentlemen. Why is this important? Because states must, number one, ensure that all of us die naturally, or if not, under extreme unforeseen circumstances, i.e. illness, ladies and gentlemen. But secondly, that all of us and all things die out naturally and evolve naturally, ladies and gentlemen. However, the imposition and the poaching of these particular kinds of species, because we think that humans are so powerful, ladies and gentlemen, humanity and the power we have over the whole or the rest of the food chain, ladies and gentlemen, has caused species to die out unnaturally, ladies and gentlemen. It is the same kind of illegality that we do to 300 or 500-year-old trees or endangered species that could still have reproduced, but they never had the chance to reproduce anymore because of the imposition of the power of human species, ladies and gentlemen. We think that humans never have the power or never have the upper right of any kind of species within our biodiversity, ladies and gentlemen. But even those species who are not endangered because of humans, we still have an imperative to protect them, ladies and gentlemen. Why? This transitions perfectly to my second argument. How endangered species are equal to that of human life, ladies and gentlemen. Because let's take a look at the characterization of endangered species. Number one, they're hard to find. They are rare. They have special qualities, ladies and gentlemen. And secondly, they take so much time to reproduce, ladies and gentlemen. What does this mean? It means that they have qualities that are so unique that it is as equal to any individual in human society, ladies and gentlemen. Because as we know now, each person is special. They contribute not only to society, but to other people's self-actualization and the pursuit of happiness, ladies and gentlemen. These are particular qualities that endangered species also have. They are one of the most vulnerable members of our society, ladies and gentlemen, just like any other kind of human out there, ladies and gentlemen. Why it is important? Because the justice system is always geared toward the protection of the most vulnerable in our society. Who we are and how we are seen as a nation is how we respond and protect the most vulnerable members of our society. And society does not only include humans, but the whole biodiversity of the community, ladies and gentlemen. But why are they so different from cattle or poultry, ladies and gentlemen? Because unlike these particular species, they can reproduce faster, and we can intervene in the production of their species. But if you take a look at endangered species, we cannot really have the power to intervene and make them more faster or reproduce them faster, ladies and gentlemen, because again, they're so hard to find and they are so rare, ladies and gentlemen. At the end of the day, we need to take a look at what right does government have over these particular, or the society has, or the humanity has, over these particular endangered species, ladies and gentlemen. We are proud to propose